Alright, it looks like we are live. So, greetings everyone, I'm Dr. J, and it has been quite some time since I streamed on this channel. And since it's Easter, I figured I'd make an exception to that. Because, why not? It's Easter. I've got the occasion, and I'm going to be doing something a little different than what I normally do, because for the past few months, my brother and I have been streaming over on my second channel, Dr. J Unscripted, and doing a variety of stuff. For the most part, it's been focused around Halo. We've also dipped into Orcs Must Die too, because my brother really likes tower defense games and wanted someone to play it with. So recently, we found out that we could play X-Wing miniatures over Tabletop Simulator, and since that he's basically only had one opponent to go against, specifically my father, we figured, okay, if I can jump in and have some fun with them, why not? So, the goal for tonight is to just hash out one of those matches and hope it actually goes well. Unfortunately, my brother is not here yet and won't be for a few minutes, but I figured that I would use this time before we begin to explain the rules, just demonstrate what exactly is going on here, since I don't normally talk about tabletop. So for those of you who do not know, X-Wing Miniatures is a tabletop game developed by Fantasy Flight, and the goal is very simple. You have a team of ships that you set up on your side, the enemy has a team of ships that they set up on their side, and then you smash them into each other and hope that yours are the ones that come out on top. Now, in order to do this, so let's go through how exactly we're going to do this. So first off, it's not just going to be this blank field, as pretty as it is. First, we're going to put down asteroids and other debris within this square so that moving through this central area will be a hazard to us. And then after this, we will place our ships. I can't remember the exact order, but I can ask my brother about that since he's played this game a lot more than I have. And honestly, I have no idea who's going to win because of that. I know how he plays, but he has also played a lot more, so we'll see how that turns out. And then we shall, once that we have placed our ships behind these boundaries, we shall begin. So here's how turns work. First off, let's just take a random example. Let's just take this A-Wing. So this is going to be one of the first ships that will be moving. So every ship has an initiative which determines when exactly they move, because technically all of the moves occur at the same time. However, each ship has what's called a maneuverability dial, which we will be assigning to each ship, and we'll be doing that later to make sure there's no problems, because when you hit the place button, it's just stuck there and you're just going to have to deal with it. So we want to make sure that we've got it positioned correctly before we do anything like that. But point being, each ship has a variety of different statistics associated with it. The main one that we'll focus on right now is initiative, which is this number to the left of the A-Wing pilot's name. Now, this initiative, even though ships technically move at the same time, as determined by maneuverability dials, what we're going to do is we're going to take, because there's a variety of different maneuvers that each ship can do, which are determined based on these. So we could move, say, 5 forward for this one, and then 1 off to the side for this one, which technically you can't do with an A-Wing, but we won't go there. And each ship has moves that are permissible. So what we'll do is, without knowing each other's moves, we will determine where our ship is going to move. And then, in order from lowest initiative to highest, we will reveal our maneuverability dial, move the ship in that direction, and once in the direction that we've specified, and once that we have done that, we are able to take one of the actions which are listed below the rebel symbol. And this allows us to give us a better chance on when we roll attack or dodge dice, which determines whether or not we do or do not hit or miss. So we'll talk about that more once we get into the attack phase. Now, we do this for every ship going from the lowest initiative to the highest, and in the case of tied initiative, which in this case, between that A-Wing and I believe this X-Wing, yep, since they both have the same initiative, we basically first had to determine, okay, do we have the same number of, quote, points in the back end to determine our relative squad strength? Okay, we have the same number because we both went for the maximum, so we basically rolled dice, and luckily for me, I won the coin toss, so, well, not coin toss, we just rolled a bunch of these dice over here. But regardless of that fact, I was lucky enough to win, which means the order, it's going to be this X-Wing, this A-Wing, and then it's going to be this X-Wing, this ship, and then it's going to be my brother's final ship, and then mine. And what this grants us, and the reason why this initiative order matters, is because the actions listed below the rebel symbol aren't actions that you have to predetermine, because once that you know, generally speaking, where some of the ships are, you can then theoretically course correct. Say if I know that my brother's final ship is now in a specific location and has used a specific action, I can now alter the action that my final ship takes in order to try and either counter it or avoid it. So that's the idea there. So once that we have finished our movement and attacking, we then see whether or not we are able to shoot at each other. So based on these range indicators, we are able to say, okay, how close are you to me? Because if you're with, and this is where the numbers near the bottom come into play. So the red 2 denotes the number of attack dice I'm allowed to, that this specific ship will use. So that means that I roll 2 attack dice. Now, if this ship is attacked, it will roll 3 defense dice, which will determine whether or not they dodge or not. And then next to that are 2 hull, which means the ship itself can take 2 hits before it goes down, but before it hits that, it's got 2 shield next to it. And the shields are going to be denoted by these tokens, and anytime we take damage, we will take from this stack. So, to further complicate things for the attacking phase, you have a variety of different things you can throw on it. First of all, you have the specific range. If the attacking ship is within range 1 of its target, it gets an extra attack dice. It gets an extra attack die, sorry. But if the ship that it's attacking is out here at range 3, the defender gets an extra defense die, which allows it an opportunity to more likely defend. So, that's the idea there. And you also have the influence of these attacks. So going from descending order, for this particular ship, it has a focus token, which allows it to, so just to show you, there are sometimes, alongside the actual hits, you've also got this eyeball over here, and that will turn all of the eyeballs into either hits or dodges if I use a specific focus token. If I use the token I gain from using the focus action. You also have the dodge symbol, which allows me to automatically dodge one of the hits that target this guy. I have target lock, which I can then place on any target within a range of 3 of this unit, on any enemy anyway, and allows me to either expend it either to fire a missile, which usually has some kind of special effects or is more powerful than a typical shot, or it allows me to re-roll one of my attack die. This ship specifically can also do something called barrel roll, where it takes this one template and either goes this way or this way. It also has a ability to boost, which allows it to take that same movement and either go forward or slightly one direction, effectively giving it the opportunity to get out of the way if necessary, or get just a little further, just in case you really don't want to be sticking around a certain place. So that's how turns are generally going to go. And the thing about the attacking phase is that instead of going in the same initiative order where you go from least to greatest, you instead go from greatest to least, which means instead of this ship firing first, it will be this ship firing first, which makes the initiative even more important. So it's an interesting way to handle it, because not only am I able to theoretically get a better position for my ship, I'm also going to be attacking first, which means even if this ship is put in a position where there's basically no chance of survival, she will at least be able to get one last hit, which is always useful. So let's go ahead and talk about these specific ships in play, and that will allow us to introduce some of the more complex elements. So, let's see, where's my brother? No, he's gonna be a while. So, two of my support ships, or what I'm treating as support ships, are 2 A-Wings. Now, these are relatively weak fighters relative to what my brother has brought out, and if any one of them goes into a straight-up fight with any one of my brother's side, they will lose. However, based on their maneuverability die, they are relatively more mobile. And on top of that, in order for my brother to get a boost action for his X-Wings, he has to lock S-foils, which means he loses an attack die. and that's something that he can only do once on his turn. So if he wants to catch up, he's going to have to work for it. So that is the nice thing, in that the ship is more maneuverable. So my goal with these two is to just harass him by being very hard to catch and very hard to actually hit, because while they may not be able to hit very hard, they are very hard to, well, while they may not have a whole lot of ways to fight or fire back, they are very hard to hit, or at least relative to my brother's ships, so that gives me an advantage. On top of that, I also outfitted them with homing missiles, which means if they are in the 2 or 3 range, I'm able to fire one of these, assuming I also have a target lock. Now I've got 2 charges of it, and what this will effectively do is force my brother into a difficult decision. Either you just take 1 damage automatically and just suck it up, or you have a chance to do the roll, except this is going to potentially do double the damage that an A-Wing would. Excuse me. This would do more than one. Well, this would do twice as much damage as an A-Wing could theoretically do, which is really freaking scary. And more importantly, if he's at a range of 3, I'm pretty sure he doesn't get that extra defense die, which is really useful for me. So if I'm really far out, have a target lock on him, suddenly, I can do all sorts of horrible things to you. Let's do horrible things to you. And to further make things annoying, for the pilot that has a higher initiative, Hera Syndulla, I've also given the talent Outmaneuver, which means when she performs an attack in front of her, which is basically her normal attack and the homing missiles, by the way, if the enemy ship cannot fire back at me, then the defender rolls 1 fewer defense die. And given that my brother's X-Wings have 2 defense dice, that is not going to work out in his favor. And so my goal with the A-Wings is to be annoying little brats that get behind him and take him out with homing missiles relatively quickly. Or at least that's the hope. Effectively force him to either take damage initially right off the bat so I can start landing critical hits since he has 2 shields and 4 health on all of his fighters, or force him to take a serious gamble and potentially do a hell of a lot more. So then my main ship is a ship that fans of the expanded universe may recognize as the YT-2400, which is a really cool ship, honestly, because instead of the forward firing arc that the A-Wings have, this one has a turret, and not only a turret, a double-facing turret, which means currently the way it's set up, there's this little dial down here that determines which firing arcs are in use, which means not only can he fire in front of him, he can fire behind him as well, which is really useful. So, because of that, he's not as fast as any of the ships on my brother's side, but he's very durable. He's has about the same defense dice, so in theory, so my goal with this guy is to stay the heck away from him and to just force my brother to use his X-Wings to chase this guy all around the field. You'll notice that he doesn't have any way to boost either, and if he attempts to barrel roll, there will be that red that is outlined in red. That would mean that I effectively place a stress token on him and won't be able to use an action next turn, because I effectively have to use my action to get rid of it. I effectively have to use a maneuver to get rid of that stress, effectively hamstringing me from using barrel roll too often. And to be fair, on a larger ship, that will make a difference. So, the goal for this one is just to run him in circles. And the further cause me problems, all of his ships have 3 hit dice. And if he gets within range 1 of me, I have a weird circumstance with Dash Rendar where if he does get within range 1 of me, then I actually lose an attack die instead of gain, which would really hurt, because then my superior damage isn't necessarily going to apply anymore. So, however, to offset this, I've added a couple of things. First of all, I've given myself a hull upgrade, so I actually have 7 HP instead of 6. I've added a Gonk Droid, which will allow me to recover a shield if I'm willing to spend an action on it, bearing in mind I can only use 1 action at any given time. And if I use a focus action or have a focus token on the ship, gain it through some other means, I can technically fire at multiple ships on my turn. Effectively, what this will allow me to do is I see a primary target, I fire at it, but if I have a focus token, I can then fire at a different ship that's also in my firing arc, which means, in theory, I can attack 4 times instead of 3 if I've set this up properly. And in order to help facilitate this, I've chosen A-Wing pilots that have ways of offering focus tokens to each other. That being said, it might be a little difficult because both of them will require getting pretty close to each other, so I probably won't have a good opportunity to utilize that, and in hindsight, I really should have thought about that when creating the squad, but you know what? We'll make it work. We will make it work. On my brother's side, we have 3 X-Wings, because going into this, I did know more about how my brother plays than he knows how I play, because I've only played 3 matches and only one of them was against him. 2 of them were against my father, and all 3 of them were wins, so this is probably going to be the one where I lose, but we'll see what happens. I'd give it about 50-50 though. But either way, apart from that, let me think. So, his ships are X-Wings, all 3 of them. Wedge Antilles, Luke Skywalker, and Biggs Darklighter. So he basically took Red Squadron out for the field. The least complicated is Biggs. Now, as part of this pilot, whenever another friendly ship within a very close range of him defends, if they suffered any damage, whether it be that hit or a critical hit that could add some sort of debilitating effect, Biggs can take that hit instead, at least for one of them. So the goal for Biggs is to stay near either Wedge or Luke and take some of the hits for them, effectively force me to spread out my damage throughout whatever I'm doing, which in theory should make it harder for me to kill them. Now my primary target and the most dangerous enemy that I have to contend with is Wedge Antilles, because not only does he have a high initiative, which will make it difficult for one of my A-Wings to get behind him, I also have to contend with the fact that when he performs an attack, any attack, the defender rolls 1 fewer defense die, which means the strong defense of an A-Wing isn't necessarily good, and Dash Rendar is only going to have 1 defense die unless he's at a range of 3. Hence why my goal is really to just stay the hell away. However, to make it even more annoying, he has outmaneuver, which means I could lose another defense die if I don't keep him within my firing arc, which shouldn't be a problem for the Outrider because, well, it's got turrets on both sides, so if he does his normal strategy where he just barrels ahead and then turns around, does an immediate turnaround, because you can also use these to immediately turn around, which does put you under stress, so he won't be able to do too much outside of that, but even so, he could potentially do that to try and get around things, but even if he does that, I should be able to keep him in my sights. So I did sort of counter him with that, but unfortunately, he's got the ultimate huge ship to killer, because he's got proton torpedoes, which are effectively a more powerful version of the homing missiles, because you don't have a choice but to take the 4 hit or attack dice, and given that I've only got 1 defense and 4 shields on the Outrider, the really annoying part is if he can actually do hull damage, one of those is going to become a critical hit, which means a debilitating effect thrown onto me. And while I do have 7 health, that doesn't mean I want to take that effect, because it could do things like apply stress tokens, forcing me to use one of my turns to get rid of it, causing some kind of ion damage that could prevent me from moving, all sorts of nasty stuff. So, rather not take that if I can. So my goal in this fight is to kill Wedge as quickly as possible. The only problem there is, he took an astromech droid that will allow him to repair some of his hull if he's able to spend an action on it. So, if I manage to damage him enough, my goal is to not let him out of my sights. Now, you would think that Wedge wouldn't be the priority target because Luke Skywalker exists, and as you would know, he has the Force, so clearly that's the more dangerous threat. However, he actually works more like a dodge tank than he does an actual fighter, because after he becomes the defender, he can use the Force in order to, effectively use it in a similar manner that you would use a focus token, except instead of applying it to every eyeball that you roll, you just apply it to 1. However, he also decided to take Brilliant Evasion, which allows him to use 1 force point for 2 eyeballs, which is going to be annoying whether he attacks or if he's defending. And he also took a stealth device, which means I have to take a hit off of him, which means until I actually manage to hit him once, he's got 3 defense dice instead of 2, which is going to be really freaking annoying. Also, if he ever manages to land a hit on me, if he ever manages to land a hit on my A-Wings, they have to potentially contend with ion damage. He only has 2 shots with these ion torpedoes, But if he's able to land them on my A-Wing specifically, that's basically going to mean I lose that A-Wing for a turn, and they are at his mercy. And if he's able to kill my A-Wings before they can get their homing missiles off, that is going to really hurt me. And honestly, that might end up defining how this battle goes, whether or not I can successfully outflank him with the A-Wings, which is going to be fun. I'm very much inexperienced compared to him, so we'll see how he plays, because I really don't know how he's going to handle this. So, luckily though, because I'm taking a large ship, specifically the Outrider, these ion torpedoes won't be able to do enough ion damage unless he either fires both of them at it, which would take 2 turns, or if he's able to, well, he has to fire them twice, which will take 2 turns, and he has to do at least 5 points of damage, because what this would effectively force him to do is that he has to, because according to the dice, the first hit does actual damage, and then the rest do ion damage, which means he has to effectively do 3 ion damage to force me to lose a turn, which is not a good idea against the Outrider. So this thing would be effectively trying to hound the A-Wings and prevent me from using them effectively. So my goal in this battle is to kill Wedge as quickly as possible so as to remove the proton torpedoes and the weaker defense rolls that he provides. And after that, I can deal with Biggs easily enough, and then I can worry about trying to get rid of Luke freaking Skywalker, because I am never going to be able to hit him until these 2 are dead. His goal is to take any shot he can against the A-Wings in order to try and prevent me from using them effectively. And if he is able to do that, he will be in very good shape, because the Outrider can take on 1 X-Wing by himself, but 2 is going to be much harder. So even if he's able to fire at more than 1 at once, it is going to be very difficult for him to maintain for long against a barrage of attack 3 hit dice, especially when one of them will force him to only use 1 defense die, unless he's able to maintain a range of 3. And if they get really close, that's going to be troublesome. So that's really what is going to determine the state of this battle. Whether or not I'm able to keep the distance on the Outrider, whether I'm able to outflank with the A-Wings, and whether he's able to prevent me from doing both. If he is, he'll win. If not, it'll go to me. Now, I was hoping by now that my brother would be here, so let me see. Where the heck is he? Okay, so let's see, because he normally does something specific on before we stream, so let's see if he's around. Because in theory, oh right, it's the first weekend of the month. Crap. Okay, so I've actually got a little more time than I expected. Shoot. That's okay. I can deal with that. So, what's there to talk about besides that? So, the main thing, well, I honestly don't know how this battle is going to play out, because on one hand, my brother has been playing a lot more than I have. I've only realistically had 3 games of direct experience, which is definitely going to hurt me. However, what I have on my brother is the fact that I haven't played all that many games. And my brother typically has trouble when there's any sort of surprise involved. And in my specific case, what that means is that I should have the edge when determining because he doesn't know how I play. That's really what it boils down to. And on top of that, I know how he plays, and that is going to be a major advantage for me. Because I know that what he's going to typically do is he's going to take at least 1 X-Wing, and it turns out he just went nothing but X-Wings, and he's going to do something called jousting, where he's going to constantly use this maneuver, and he's going to use it to just keep reversing himself over and over, just continuously swinging back around over and over until eventually he hits it, until eventually I fall over. That is how he normally plays. Now, in theory, I have ways to mitigate that, because even if Wedge is only focused on taking out Dash Rendar, there's going to be other factors involved, such as the other 2 ships. So, in theory, I've got a good thing going, because I should be able to use Dash Rendar to quickly knock out Biggs, or at least do enough damage to Wedge so that the A-Wings can finish him off. And honestly, what I'm tempted to do is force a straight-up fight, but instead of... and because apart from... Well, actually, the problem is that with that idea is if Luke and Wedge both target this pilot, well, this A-Wing, he will absolutely go down way faster than I want him to. And that's really going to be a problem for me. Because if they've got 3 attack dice, and this thing it could theoretically survive, assuming that there's no target lock or torpedoes or missiles to worry about. But apart from that, oh boy. So, and they will attack before this pilot, so that's going to be a serious problem for me. But here's hoping that it does not come to that. So this pilot basically needs to completely outmaneuver them and try and avoid a direct confrontation if at all possible. Whether or not I will be allowed to avoid that direct confrontation remains to be seen, but we shall see how things turn out. Really is no telling, honestly. Really is no telling. Oh, and my brother just logged into Tabletop Simulator, so it looks like we will be beginning soon. I may as well... There he is. Okay, let me turn desktop volume back on. Oh, hey, hello you! I was just finishing up explaining the rules to my stream, so whenever you are ready, you can go ahead and start yours.
Oh, you already begun streaming. Oh.
Yeah, sorry for not giving you more advance warning, but I wanted to be sure that I explained the rules set to my audience because this is the first time that we're showing this off, and let's be honest, I mostly focus on video games instead of tabletop gaming, so I figured it would be good.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, that was a thought that crossed my mind, but the problem is that I also wanted to discuss a bit of strategy while you weren't here, because I have a feeling I know how you're going to play, but I don't want to say that while you're actually here. So, in theory, everything's good, but we can go... Yeah, honestly, I think the best thing we can do at this point is probably to just explain the rules as we go at this point.
Okay.
Because honestly, we'll probably need to do that anyway, considering that, well, let's be honest, not everybody on my side will necessarily have looked at the first 30 minutes of this stream. Actually, 27, but you get my point.
Oh, wow. Anyways.
I've been going a while.
Start my end, so that way a dad can be able to watch.
Well, or you could show him mine, but actually I don't think he knows what my YouTube channel is.
Yeah.
No matter.
You may want to send him the link via Discord, as I have done. I also subscribe to my account through him. Anyways, gonna start on my end in 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty.
Greetings, everyone. Alaric Skywalker here, and as you can see, I'm currently doing tabletop simulator, thanks to my.
You've been playing way too much Wii Fit.
57.
All right, so yes, so yep.
But anyways.
Yep. So for the past few months, my brother and I have been. Oh, are you gonna do the introduction or should I?
Well, I kind of already did so, but you can continue.
Well, the short version is that you've been playing X-Wing Mini... Okay, can you hear me? Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So, the short version is that you've been playing X-Wing miniatures with Dad for a few months now, honestly. I can't remember exactly how long it's been, but it's been quite a while, and as a result, you've had quite a bit of time to throw strategies at him, and since that he is even more of a nerd about tabletop gaming than we are, well... I think you can guess. Well, you had some success. I won't completely cast you out. You've been able to hold your own pretty well against a lot of his games, so...
Yeah, especially early on when we were doing less than 200 points and we're doing it to like 50 points, because for a good while, the E-Wing was my best fighter for 50-point games.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm surprised you didn't pull out an E-Wing.
Yeah... this is a build that Dad recommended to me.
Oh, he recommended it to you, huh? He recommended you that build as well. Because he recommended Dash Rendar to me, but I added on the A-Wings. So, honestly, my strategy for them probably isn't as sound as I think now that I've had time to mull over it. But you know what? We shall carry on anyway. So,
anyways.
For those of you who do not know what this is, X-Wing Miniatures is a tabletop game, which we are clearly playing in Tabletop Simulator. And the idea is that each of us have gone away and created our own little squadrons. My brother has been very thematic, bringing Red Squadron in. I brought a bunch of random BS that basically crosses into expanded universe canon and the actual canon, and it's because I've got Harrison Dula from Rebels,
Yeah.
Dash Rendar from his outings. Yeah, it's a mess. Also, I put Biston on Dash Rendar's ship, which makes absolutely no sense if you know where he shows up in the Disney canon.
Yeah.
But
though
you
I
know
think
what?
he also shows up in and the current Dash Rendar shows up in current canon as well, though
Wait,
not
really?
with the same story as the Legends.
Well, of
Yeah,
course
but
not.
okay.
Oh well, but
Yeah.
we can discuss that later.
There's
For
other
now,
characters.
we need to get this game on
Yeah.
the road. It's been half an hour, and it's just been talking on my stream. So, do you want? I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how asteroids are placed. They need to be range 1 away from each other, right?
Yeah. Well,
And they have to be
yeah.
within this
If
border.
you're wondering, yeah, this border will help us with determining where the asteroids are typically placed, though there are some exceptions as to that later. After that, we'll be setting up our ships within this area, although depending on the pilots, they can actually be put in anywhere else as long as they're not within a certain range of the enemy team.
Yep. So let's go ahead
yeah.
and put down asteroids.
can
I'm trying to
also-
remember what's the rules on placing down asteroids. I think we place 4 down. Each of us get
I
2.
think well, actually, for the typical game, we have 3 asteroids and 3 debris fields.
Oh, okay.
it's-
So who
one
places
who
them
goes
down
first
first?
places one down.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
the
go ahead
first
and do
one
that
places
now
one
then.
down, and then another person puts another down.
Are you sure you want? Okay, brother, I will warn you now. Dash Rendar can move through obstacles as if they don't exist. If I end my turn in them, there's problems.
I know.
Oh, cool! They even give you an
Really tells you how-
indicator. Oh, nice. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
that'll be helpful.
This mod is
Yeah.
great.
I almost wonder
Information on the mod over here.
Yeah.
It's really great.
if, yeah. I'll show it to you briefly if you guys want.
Well, it should be on your
Yeah.
screen now, right? Yeah, well. All right.
Yeah.
Next asteroid is yours.
Okay. Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm playing. Dad and I have learned a few other things, so things about it out.
You really want all the asteroids on my side? Oh, I know why. Good thinking. I think I know
Yeah.
why. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll give you my theory after I've placed down this asteroid.
Yeah. Anyway.
So
From
tell
playing
me if
around-
my theory is correct. So you want me to deal with going through the asteroids first to throw off my rhythm before you have to contend with me.
It's more. Well, it's more of I'm used to putting them there, and Dad's used to putting some in front of me. Though sometimes we get
okay.
weird shapes.
Although, to be fair, I shouldn't have as many problems because A-Wings are very maneuverable, and I've got Dash Rendar. He doesn't care, as long as I don't end my turn in them. So, remind me how we place down our ships. Is it based on initiative, or what?
Yeah, it's based on initiative. So the lowest one places their ship down.
That would be
first,
Biggs?
and then. Okay. Oh, let's not forget.
Oh, right, we need to place down our maneuverability dials.
When messing around, we can actually play a faction dial onto a ship of another type. And I'm tempted to do that with some ship ideas I have in mind.
Yeah, but for now, go ahead and place Biggs, and then I believe we just go in initiative order.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Uh,
first ship is on you.
Let me see if I can
Wait, what are you trying to do?
find. Oh, you mentioned in chat the order in which. Okay, found it on
Oh.
Discord. Well, when we were setting up, brother sent me a text message. We weren't using video, voice chat, of the order in which we would go in. So,
Oh, you were
placing down
pulling
Biggs
that up.
first.
Should I pin the message?
Well, don't worry, I scrolled up to it.
Well, I
Anyways,
remember
I'll be
anyway.
placing
I've
down
gone through
Biggs
it on
first.
stream already.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
go ahead. Biggs Darklighter. Where shall he go?
Yeah. Apparently, you can't zoom in and out while moving the object.
Alright. That is
Yeah,
a
but
really
to
detailed
confirm it,
model.
you have to hit place ship.
Mm-hmm.
Up
Oh,
right,
wait, nope.
right,
Jake
right
is
on the
next.
bottom of the thing.
All right, Jake.
Hmm?
Is it pronounced Farrell or Farrell? Hmm.
Let me see.
Let me think. Where do I want my A-wings?
Far. I don't know. Anyways, what I like about Tabletop Simulator is it gives you unique paint jobs because you don't normally get this kind of paint job with the miniatures. Not without
Yeah,
painting
you'd have
them
to
directly.
explicitly look
And
for
I
the
still haven't
models.
decided my. Yeah, I haven't specifically.
You haven't
down
explicitly
yet.
said
I
place
just
ship?
wanted.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're looking at
I
my
just
stuff.
put them down to zoom in and out.
Oh,
you
I see.
apparently can't do that.
And probably
It
to look at
rotates
what
your
I
ship
have in
when you do
store.
that.
I'm looking forward to this. I honestly have no idea how this is going to pan out.
And I think I'll do that.
Alright, I will place Jake over...
Biggs has been set. Also, if you look, Biggs' X-Wing actually is red 3. You can actually see the markings of his X-Wing on there. And his astromech is also the same as his own. Maybe not
Where are the
exact
markings for there?
details, but
Where are the markings
look,
saying red
look
3?
on the back of the look on the back of the wings. You see those 3 tick marks by the red splotches
Oh,
on
that's
the top
what
of the
that
wing?
means. So does that mean Luke is red
Yeah.
5?
Yep.
And I'm trying to
And
remember
look
what
at Wedge.
Wedge is. Red 6?
Red 2.
Oh, right.
But anyways, have you confirmed your ship?
Let me think. Let's see. That's the lower initiative A-wings, so don't want him going
Yeah.
out too Yeah, I think I'm good with that placement. Alright, he is in place.
Okay, so now I place down Luke Skywalker, who has the default X-Wing paint job, I believe. I could be wrong.
Oh, red 5.
I need to see. Yeah. Oh, where do
Oh, right, I was looking at the wrong ship. That's what got me confused. Ah, so... Huh.
I'm
That's a curious...
haven't
I'm gonna shut up
haven't
then.
placed them down yet. I'm just placed them down so that way I can zoom in and out.
Okay, fair enough. I'm surprised you weren't zoomed higher
Yeah,
then.
you'll have to do this.
No matter.
I think I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, by the way, before I confirm Luke, I will say I found something hanging on the workshop that essentially allows us to animate these ships in place above their stands.
Yeah,
So
we can
it's
worry about
obviously a
that
work
another
in
time.
progress kind of thing.
Yeah.
And when I tried testing it with the X-Wings most recently, it was bugging out and was doing the and wasn't aligning
Well, yeah,
the
you're trying
S-Wells
to
correctly.
you're trying to clash 2 mods together. I'm not surprised you run into problems. Okay, so there's
Yeah.
Luke, your dodge tank, which is gonna be what? Yeah, it's Dash Render that's next. Initiative 5.
Yeah. Oh, do we want to give a brief description of each vehicle that we're using?
I gave a
Before we
description
play?
on my end, but you can go ahead and give one for your stream.
Okay.
I'm just debate.
Okay.
I'll just debate where to put Dash Rendar in the meantime.
Okay. While he does that, the Incom T-65 X-Wing is the main fighter. Sure.
Oh.
Is for the rebellion, and the one that killed the Death Star, armed with
Well, duh.
4 laser cannons and proton
Oh,
torpedoes.
space.
This fighter is the main backbone that helps them in their fight for freedom. An onboard astromech provides aid
Say what it does.
in navigation and repair.
Dash Rendar has been placed. You can go ahead and talk about through that while you place Wedge.
Anyway. Yeah. And the X-Wing is the one of the core ships you get with the main.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the base game has you
core,
with
yeah.
2 TIE fighters and an X-Wing, right? Because that was the
Correct.
first scenario I did with Dad. Actually,
Yeah.
also, I realized a while back that I'm on a 100% winning streak against my family, so let's see if you can break that.
Yeah, that's something I'm hoping to break.
And to be fair, it came really close on our match, because you brought out a new ship and your E-Wing, I brought out an experiment, and honestly, it was really freaking close.
Yeah. Yeah, I was using the Narc 170, I believe.
Yep, there was a time in canon where the rebels used it, so that gave him license to
And
use it.
and and they actually, I think, also used it in early parts of the rebellion as well, in the
Mm-hmm.
current canon as well. I think, believe it or not, they. I think they even. I even read somewhere that they even used the V-wing during the New Republic era at some point. Don't know
Yeah.
the exact details.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's Wedge
So,
Antilles. Is that placed?
yeah. Uh, I will. I just want to explain the other ships.
Oh yeah, go for it.
V-wing
So,
is the fastest fighter of the rebellion, and essentially they're equivalent of the TIE Interceptor, and also one of the earliest ships that they used.
yep, very fast. Easier to take out than an X-wing, but very fast.
Yeah.
I've talked through how I plan on using them, so I will let my actions speak for themselves.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the A-wing is probably in Star Wars Squadrons. The A-wing is probably my brother's favorite rebel ship.
Oh, we're talking
I
about
believe
squadrons now.
current-
Oh, we can talk about squadrons as we play.
Yeah,
So
I know, but I believe you're mainly an Interceptor fan, as I'm a all-purpose
Confirm Wedge.
Starfighter fan. Anyway,
is that where Wedge is going to be?
Armed with concussion is typically armed with missiles.
And I armed them with missiles, so you better watch it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna have a fun time with this.
Anyway, it's the A-wing, and recently the A-wing also has a configuration it could be put on that would allow its guns to shoot either forward or back, though it replaces the vectored thrusters.
Okay,
And it
Wedge
has
has
to be
been
on
placed.
all ships.
Good.
on the
Now,
A-wings.
where do I want Hera to be?
So yeah. Anyway, and while Brother sets up Hera Syndulla,
You know what? I'm pretty.
the YT-2400
Won't take
is
long
a
to set
very-
me up.
Yeah, YT-2400.
Ooh,
It is a
can be precise.
while it's smaller and lighter than the YT-1300, it actually packs a bit of a punch. Dad kind of refers to it as a power level of a Y-wing with more dodgeability.
Well,
and
it's got
turrets.
4 attack and 2 defense. It's not to be messed with.
Yeah.
Also, you can hit Alt in order to show the card without having to turn around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, try holding Alt on it.
Oh!
Really
oh,
useful.
Thank you.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I'm happy with where Hera is placed. I hope I chose right. Also, hi, Dad, if you're
Anyway.
listening to this. Hopefully I don't suck.
And I do have one viewer.
Are you sure that's not yourself? Because I'm pretty sure there's always one concurrent if you've got the window open. Yeah, well, he'll be around.
Pause.
For now, though,
Yeah.
we have a game to begin. So, now's the stage where we try and do our maneuverability die. So, each of us has the maneuverability die that we've associated with our given craft. So now we need to... Let's see. So, now we have the maneuverability die. If we hit this moves button here, we are able to basically choose what we're going to have it do. And we don't necessarily have a good indicator, and sadly we're not allowed to use these to determine exactly where it's going to be, only to give an idea later. And honestly, we probably won't need to use them very much unless we want to be...
Yeah.
Well,
Besides, it's
careful.
kind of the
Well,
rule
if we want to visually show it.
against the rules to really. But to be honest, it's kind of against the rules to do that anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna...
Yeah.
Alright, I have set the maneuver
Yeah.
for Dash Rendar. And then... So, for you... What do I want you to do? So let's see what moves you have. Okay, so... Also, brother, let me know if you want either one of us to mute while we are deliberating, because I don't think it'll matter too much in these first few, but it might matter for later. Set?
Yeah.
And set.
We're debating on how we want to do this. If we have more spectators or
All right,
in
brother,
in
when
the
you're
lobby
ready.
to view the game, yeah, I'm thinking that eventually we might have fellow of friends and family watch the game live with us.
Well, we
in
can
the
work
other
that out.
areas, 'cause-
We can work that out later. For now, set your movement.
as
Oh,
what-
that has just informed me he is watching your stream. I
Okay.
feel discrimination.
feel free to link them.
I've got a couple viewers too. It's fine. So,
Yeah. Feel
Also,
free to
hi,
link,
chat. How are you
your
all doing
YouTube channel
tonight?
if you wish.
while I'm waiting for Alaric to make up his mind, how are you doing tonight, chat? Everything going well? Have you had a fun Easter? Or has it just been a normal weekend for you guys?
Definitely enjoyed a new pie.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. What exactly were you trying to make?
Well, basically, essentially a s'mores-like pie. Basically, it's essentially a chocolate cream pie on a graham cracker crust with marshmallows cooked on top.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, family already went through about half of it.
Wait.
So
Oh right, because you had a couple people over
Yeah.
as well. So, that's always
Yeah.
fun. So,
mainly sister and her boyfriend.
make up your
And-
damn mind. I'm sorry for being impatient, but I do. Well, technically we have all night, but that doesn't mean we want to spend all night.
Yeah, we might use the.
I should stop
timer
distracting
later
you then
on.
by talking.
Okay, and
I like how I can't see your maneuverability dial thanks to that.
yeah.
Last time I checked, you had to work tomorrow. I know, Dad. And I've also got D&D
Okay,
tomorrow
we're
night as
all
well.
set. Now,
You're all set?
Okay.
Okay, now we reveal in the order of initiative. In initiative order. So go ahead and reveal your dice. So you should be able to use F to flip it over, I think, and that should show me what you're doing. 2 forward. So go ahead and move it. And there it is. It moved. Even moved the S foil icon with it.
And I'm going.
So what is your action? I don't think it matters very much at this initial stage, but... Alright, you have focused. Because I don't think either of us are going to be in range of each other. So, now it's my turn. So, Jake Farrell, he is going to move 3 forward.
And what's he gonna do?
I guess he's also going to focus.
I think we may need to remove these chips manually after our turns are done.
Yeah,
Now
although
it's
I don't think
Luke's
any of us are
turn.
going to be in range unless you had Luke move 5 forward. Even then, I don't think that's enough.
X-Wings can't move 5 forward unless they close the X-Files.
Good to know. Alright, next up is Luke Skywalker, and he's moving 3 forward. Also, I'm assuming S-foils are locked in attack position.
Yep.
Alright, next up is
Now
Dash
it's-
Rendar. 2 forward.
Mhm.
Oh man, I almost collided. It's not
Remind me,
touching.
For Dash Render, actually, wait. We probably should have looked up whether or not Dash would still suffer the effects of the debris or not.
Only if he ends his movements on them.
Okay.
That's how I understand it. So
Okay.
if I were to do a 3 arc and cross the field, I should, in theory, be fine.
Okay. Now that. Oh, what were you gonna do for RM?
I don't think it really matters at this stage because unless you're moving wedge 4 forward, actually no, there's no way you're going to be in range. So the most I could do is focus, and unless I wanted to barrel roll, or reposition my turret, but I'm not going to do either of those things. So
Yeah.
and then
Anyways,
Hera,
I've just moved. Yeah.
then Hera's going to move 3 forward, and that's basically going to be turnover for us.
Yeah.
The approach begins. Let's see. I thought Dash simply
And we
ignored all
have to-
obstacles while moving. It does not matter whether he ends them or not. Ignores is ignores. Wait, really? I would need to go look. So, that's Dad poking us. Can you look up the exact wording of that? Because, honestly, Well, it says while you move. That doesn't say anything about where you end up. That's what has me confused.
Yeah.
That's
If you're
why I would
anywhere
presume I can't
just
end.
put the focuses away, since they expired at the end of the turn.
Yeah. Alright,
Also,
so...
from talking with Dad, the calculate is essentially the droid version of the focus.
Oh, in case there's a droid pilot?
Here.
Where did that come up?
Yeah. Oh, well, Dad and I were looking at some of the various pilots or the various ships, thinking of things I could do with this game.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Okay, so let me think. I'm gonna mute myself so I can strategize. Let's see. Oh, Dad, the consequences of obstacles occurred during movement, so you just ignore them, period. Oh, good to know. Thank you, Dad. Alright,
Yeah,
I'm gonna mute myself briefly.
Gonna do the same.
Alright, so here's my thinking. So, he is likely gonna go 4 forward. So, if I understand the movement correct, that means he'll end up about here. I don't want to be within range 1 of him. So, based on that, I think the best thing I could do is honestly just move 1 forward. And then, the only trick is that I actually realized that Wedge is exactly where I don't want him to be. So, I can just have Dash Rendar move 1 forward to keep them both in my firing arc, because both of them will have to move 4 forward in order to fire. That will suck for me, but even so, because both Dash Rendar is going to take a metric ton of damage, but I can have him focus and fire twice, so I can hit both Biggs and Wedge. So at least I have that going for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Biggs move up, and then, actually, no, doesn't make sense for Jake. I almost want to just have Jake just barrel right past Luke, because I get the feeling he's going to move 4 forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Jake barrel forward as fast as he can and just boost the hell away from him. He's going to go 5 forward, and he's just going to get the hell out of there. And then I'm going to have him continue boosting as necessary, or maybe put on a target lock. So, that'll be what he does. Now, Hera, I don't want her flying in... So, the problem I have is that I don't want to give an opportunity for Hera to be shot at. There's no way that Luke could well, I don't think Luke could I thought you weren't supposed to be doing that, brother. No matter. But either way, so my thinking is... Let's see. For Hera, I would need to angle this direction if I want to shoot at Wedge. The problem is, I'd also have Blue Biggs to worry about it there. So what I'm thinking is, I might just want to do the same thing. It's just use 5 movement, barrel right past this, and then boost around, and then use either boost or barrel roll to get a better position. So I think I'll do... Problem is, let me think, what would 4 forward look like? Actually, 4 forward might make more sense for that. Though the problem is that, well, let me think. I could do another red stress. Well, I could do a red boost, which would put you under stress, but... Alternatively, what I do is I move 4 forward, put a target lock, and just start throwing missiles. I think what I'm going to do is 4 forward. Oh, shoot. Don't flip that. I hope he didn't see that. I don't think he would have, but still. Alright, moves. And then Dash is going to go... 2 forward, 1 forward. I want to keep him at range 2 or 3.
Okay, I've decided all my moves, waiting on you.
Sounds good. I'm almost done. So, let me think. Bless you.
Thanks.
I think the main thing I want to focus on is just keeping Dash at a distance. Let's see. So, range 2 would be about... Movement of 2 would put him about here. Ever so slightly forward. Keep them at range 3. Shall we commence the movement? You still are there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just a quick change.
Alright, sounds good. Now, so where is Biggs going? 3 forward. Not as far as I expected, honestly.
The focus.
Huh. I'm glad I chose to move where I did. This is gonna work out great for me. Alright, so next up is Jake Farrell. He is going to move 5 forward. And he is going to take a boot. Actually, how do I want to do this? Is there anyone within range of him? Okay, so Luke is the only one in range right now. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna boost. And I'm gonna boost in this direction. And then, actually, I know I'm not supposed to do this.
Actually, bro, you can't check.
I can use the range indicators.
Check with the attack button.
I can choose. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a red boost. Take a stress token. And now, hang on a sec. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do a red boost. I think this will put me in range. Yep, that's range. You may have an extra attack dice, and I may now have a stress token on me. But I can now shoot at Biggs with... Jake. So, where'd Luke Skywalker go? Wait, did you change it again? Oh, you collided, didn't you?
Yeah, but I can still shoot even if I...
Wait, you're at range 0, though. You can't shoot a ship you collide into.
Yeah, but I can shoot past him.
Okay, that's assuming there is a ship to shoot past.
Yeah, I just don't get an action, I believe.
Alright, although that might have actually been to your benefit, though, because... Well, I guess we'll see when we get there. So, next up is my Dash Rendar. He is going to move 1 forward. And he is going to focus. Alright, Wedge, where are you going?
And get that 3 move ruler out from behind Biggs, if you can, will you?
Me? Okay, I'll delete it.
Yeah.
And he also moved 3 forward.
He's gonna...
What's he also gonna do? He's also gonna take a focus token. So here's my question. With where I put Hera, is she in range of Luke? She is indeed in range of Luke. A range of 3, so I've got 4 dodge dice on Hera, but that's still annoying. And actually, can she hit... Let's see, how do I show range indicators? Ooh, Biggs is just barely in range.
No, I'm just barely out. Zoom in close to my thing.
It says you bumped, though.
Yeah, but look close to the side of it.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
There's a slight
Who
gap.
said that I was targeting Luke? I'm not crazy enough to go after a cloaked ship yet. But I can shoot Biggs. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna target lock. On Biggs. So how do we set target locks?
Oh, same way you do focuses, only you drag the... I think you click on the lock icon and then drag it onto the ship.
Where's the lock icon? Oh, is it this?
Oh, yeah. Right below the focus.
Oh, wait. Nope, that was Jake Farrell. My bad. I'll delete that. And then... So, you get a target lock, and then you are getting target locked.
Okay, so you attack first.
Alright, which means Hera is the first... Which means Hera is the first to fire. Homing missile!
So, I get...
So, you get... Let's see, let me confirm the range on Hera real quick. You're at range 2, so you have 2 defense die if you want to take the risk. Actually, wait a minute. You're not in Biggs' range, are you? I have outmaneuver. Biggs only has 1 dodge die.
Let me check. Actually, no, I can hit you.
Okay, so you do. So I don't get the outmaneuver benefit. However, so you do have 2 defense die. However, I am about to shoot you with a homing missile. You can choose to either just take 1 damage and walk away, or I roll 4 attack dice and you suffer.
This early on, I can and take the.
You're taking the risk. Very well. Oh, I threw way too far. All right, 2 hits.
An eyeball and 2 hits. Come on, RNG's.
All right, you take 1 damage. So no function. All right, there we go. So the target lock goes away.
Right. Yeah, and all you do is just knock a shield.
All right, I plink off a shield. I am happy with that. Now I believe Wedge is the next to attack. So.
Yep, and he's after.
The only ship that he can fire, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad roll.
Wedge is yeah. And
right.
Unfortunately, since your guns are facing forward,
I am in your.
You get 1.
I can't shoot. Wait, what do you mean?
Oh,
right, because you automatically. Yeah, you have outmaneuver, but you also have a default ability that does that no matter what. So I only get 1 die as per you. Oh yeah, it's only 3 attack dice. That didn't look like a good.
2.
That did not look like a good roll.
Oh, fine.
Well, it probably won't matter. Watch. See, it didn't matter. You plink off a shield. Now Dash Rendar fires. So, I have a focus token. So, let's see who is...
I had a focus token as well, though.
Alright. So, I can shoot at... In fact, because of Biston and because I'm focused right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first fire at... Actually, I'm going to first fire at... You know what? I'm going to fire at Biggs first. Oh shoot, that might have been too far. Yep, that was too far. I'll re-roll that die. 1 hit. That's really bad. Oh wait, that one came back. Do we want to count that one, or... I don't think so. So, roll your 2. Okay.
Okay, I dodged it.
You dodged it. Crap.
I didn't even need to use my focus.
Alright, but because I'm focused, I can now take a shot at Wedge. Actually, can I use that focus token? I'm pretty sure I can still use that focus token because, according to the wording on this spell, if you are focused, you may perform a bonus turret attack against a ship you've not already attacked this round. So in theory, I can still use the focus token to turn all those into focuses.
Real quick, Dad, information?
It's going to take him a little bit, so go ahead and roll your dice. Let's see if you take any damage anyway. I'm assuming you're using your focus token.
Yeah, I'm going to use it.
So no matter what that... So, oh, Dad is messaging me.
And I'm gonna have Biggs use his... Yeah, since Biggs is...
Let's see. Dad says, I would say you could use the focus token to cause a hit. Okay, I use the focus token. So, I'm trying to remember, does the focus change all the eyeballs to hit or just 1? I think it's all of them.
And dang it, I'm not within range 1 of Biggs. I thought I was close enough. Oh, well.
No, you are not. Wedge is taking those 2. Wedge is taking that 3 points of damage.
Oh, actually, 3 points.
There's 2 focus. If I'm using that, it's all of them. Yep, I have 2 eyeballs, a crit, and a hit. I don't know how we handled the crits because I plinked off 2 shield.
Ah, shit! I did not need that.
Oh wow, this is already going really well. Yep, pull one off quickly. Oh, that counts as a crit on you? Oh, that's good for me.
Yeah,
What's the bad?
Damage sensor array. You cannot perform any actions except eyeball actions and action from damage cards.
Oh.
Action, prepare this card. Ah, yes. I did not need
that. Was really bad for you because you just took 4 damage. Actually,
now
3 damage, but...
Turn.
Okay,
now
I've already knocked half of Wedge off. That's a very good start for me. So, now Wedge fires.
Well, no. Luke fires.
Oh, right, Luke fires. And he is
Which
going
already
after
fired.
Hera, correct? You are at range 3, so I get 4
Who's
dodge.
the only one. Yeah, he's the only one I can attack.
Oh, shoot, I rolled too far again, didn't I? Oh, I did not. Well, I only got 1 dodge, so you might be able to plink the shield off of her. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna use a force point. Yeah, this one landed on a hit. I know that much.
Wait, I didn't see it, but I will take your word for it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use a one of my force points to
turn that eyeball into a hit. Okay, so oh crap. Wait, did you just do 3 hits? Actually, wait.
Yep.
I have 1 dodge. I have 1 dodge. So you take 2 damage. Okay, so you plinked off all of Hera's shields. That's actually really bad for me.
Yeah. Yep.
Luckily, I did get at least 1 homing missile off, and Wedge is on half health, so at least I got something out of this exchange.
Now it's Jake Farrell's turn to attack, and Biggs will attack.
Oh wait, Jake can still attack, that's right. And, oh right, Biggs too. So, if I'm not mistaken, you are at range 3 from Jake, so...
You
oh yeah, you are definitely range 3. Yeah, I know, but that...
So
okay, I'll go ahead and add the range indicator. Okay, so you are at range 3, so it's 3 attack versus...
a 3 dodge.
Alright. Actually, before we do anything, let's... Actually, are you going to use those? Go ahead.
You first.
Wait, Dad's posted in chat. Dodge dice are rolled after attack dice. One of his dice was on top of another. When he moved the other, it went to a blank. He only got 2 hits.
Yeah, so I did remove your shields.
Oh! Wait, does he mean by 2? No, what he's saying is that your hit went to a blank, I think, which means you only got 1 plinked off 1 shield. The other was a dodge.
No, I did get a hit.
You got 1 hit. That's what he's saying. I'm sure he will dispute that.
On my end, I got that one. Other one was a hit. It moved to a blank because I was.
Yeah, because one of them was on top of the other. That doesn't count as finished rolling if it was on top, literally on top.
I'm using my eyeball to make those all dodges, so I handily dodge, yeah.
Oh, wow, that could have been a lot of damage, too. That's frustrating. No matter. Now Biggs attacks. Hopefully I won't regret using my focus token. So you are within range 2.
I can attack Hera.
You're attacking him. Oh,
no.
Wait, you're attacking Hera and you're at range 2, so that's actually really good for you.
Yeah, so.
Alright, let's see if you hit. I didn't think I was in range. I had forgotten that Biggs was in range. So go ahead and throw him. Oh wow, that's really damn lucky. Okay,
I took out your other shield.
Cool. Okay, at least I didn't take a crit. Alright, so... Alright, so each of us took about 3 HP. Actually, you took 4 HP in total, I took 3. And burned a homing missile.
But that's not a bad... But I can still win this.
Oh yeah, this is far from over. This is far from over. Okay, now we just need to figure out where everybody's going. So, once again, I will mute myself. Okay, so, I will admit that that did not go quite as I had planned, because I hadn't anticipated Hera being in an ideal position to be shot at. And unfortunately, that puts her in a really compromising position, especially if Luke continues to try and flank. So that's really bad for me. So, I've got a couple choices, and unfortunately, she's not really in a position where I can do a whole lot. So, problem is if I stress in order to get Hera the hell out of there, well, I think what I have to do is I have to use... Because I think what Luke is going to do is he's going to do 2 or 3 forward in order to try and... You know, when Alaric does that, it normally means something. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have Jake only move... Ooh, if he moves... Actually, he doesn't have much choice but to move forward. Otherwise, he just straight up crashes. So, ooh, I could force a crash between Wedge and... I could force a crash between Biggs and Dash. I wouldn't be able to fire back. But... What if I just did a 2-angle then? Basically force both Wedge... Well, I do a 2-angle... the problem is that I wouldn't be able to shoot at either of them, so that would be a wasted turn, which means Luke would get another chance to fire at me, which is not ideal. Arrgh. If Luke wasn't there, that was a really... Brother, if you come back and listen to this, putting Luke there was a really damn good idea. That is really freaking frustrating to try and deal with. Really freaking frustrating. So, let me think. Arrgh. Don't have any good options. But Jake is a very simple move. He is just going to move 2 forward, and that is just going to be his move. That will take away the stress. I don't believe I'm allowed to use any actions because... Well, actually, am I allowed to use any actions? I'm not sure. But that'll take away the stress. It'll keep him within the firing line of Biggs and the others. And if not, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to use actions. Well, either way, it's the best I can do, and in all likelihood, it means that Luke will either be right next to him or crash back into him, which means no action for Luke. Now, for Hera, I think what I gotta do is joust. So what I'm gonna do is... Yeah, I think I just gotta joust, which is annoying because it'll put a stress token down, but let me think. Yeah, I think that's what it boils down to. Actually, wait, I'm not gonna crash my own damn ships by doing that, am I? No, I will not. So... The problem is that Luke is either going to joust... The problem is that my brother really likes jousting, which means he's either going to do 4 forward... Actually, wait, I'm going to look up the maneuverability dial for an X-Wing real quick. So, let me check. X-Wing. So, he can do a 4 turnaround, which means, in theory, he can go... I'm not going to worry about that rule. He can go about here and turn around, which would really suck. It would... This guy would be out of the way, but the rest would not. The question is, would he think to do that? I don't think he would, because he'd think that the A-Wing... Although, there's no ideal move, but I think what I've got to do is just get Hera the hell out of... Get Hera to where Luke is not shooting at him anymore, no matter what it may take. Because that is what I was told by Dad, is that I need to focus on keeping... If I have a choice between not getting shot at, but not shooting myself, versus an equal exchange, you don't get shot at. So, I will do that. Now, for Dash Rendar, what to do? I'm thinking what I do is just... How would the angle on this work? Okay. I'm thinking what might be better is just either move I either need to blow right past them or commit to a crash. I have to do one of those, basically. So, actually, what I do is... Ooh, I know where I'm going. I'm going to do this move, because it will allow me to position them behind me. The only problem is that Biggs is going to be within range 1. That's the problem, is that there's no ideal situation here. However... What's better in this stage? Crashing into Wedge to prevent him from attacking? Because Wedge is absolutely going to do a 2-turn. Because my brother loves jousting. He would turn around. So I think what I do, I either move 4 forward, or I angle to crash into Wedge. I think if he moves... what's the range shown about? Okay, so Luke would be in range. Not that I would want to shoot at him because he's got the frickin' force. But I could shoot at him. And although Dash Rendar moves first, so he could recover a force... Actually, he only used 1 force point. That power doesn't matter. Oh, brother, don't forget, you recovered the force. Okay, good, you remembered. Don't worry, I'm almost done.
I was about to say to my viewers that at the end, end of the turn, each Force user gains 1 focus token back.
Yeah, I'm going to commit to crashing. I'm going to commit to Wedge crashing. And that's how the turn is going to play out. I am ready.
Okay. And focus up.
Okay. Alright, looks like Dad's going to be around for one more turn. So this is going to be an interesting one. Alright, so
Yeah.
now it's Jake's turn.
And he does.
Well, he needs to get rid of that stress, so he's moving 2 forward. Wait, he spawned it? Oh, I have to... Right, I need to do that. And then that stress goes away. I don't believe I'm allowed to do an action, though, am I?
You are.
Oh, I am. Okay, then. Who's in range 3? Actually, I'll just use range indicator, because I need to debate whether I'm using a homing missile or... Okay, so Wedge is out of my range, but Biggs isn't.
Barely.
Yep. Okay, in that case, I am going to... Hamana. Let's see, range of 2. I'm going to target Lockbit. Actually, no, Jake Farrell moves last. I'm going to have Jake use a focus. Alright, now it's Luke's turn, I believe.
Yep.
Huh.
And he's gonna focus up.
Well played. I did not. I expected you to joust.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Luke fires first, so oh boy, that could be bad for me.
And
Now,
anyway,
Dash
there.
Rendar.
Now.
It's gonna move over this way. And he's going to focus up.
Okay. You done there?
I am done.
Now it's Wedge's turn.
So where's he moving? Did he crash?
Nope.
Damn it.
Although he gets a stress out of that.
Well, at least it means he... Yeah, but the problem is you're now... Oh, hell. I don't get defense dice. Crap, I knew you were jousting, but I thought I miscalculated that. I should have done a 2 turnaround. Luckily, I am out of Biggs's range, but that's going to be 4 attack against me. Oh, that is really bad.
Yeah, and you can't dodge against it.
Nope, no dodge. So
Yeah. So if I get really lucky and land all hits...
So my focus token will only really be useful against Biggs. So, here's where Hera went.
And she gets a stress as well.
Yep. And then her range...
Oh, wait.
Since that she fires first. Crap, I am playing this really badly.
Ooh, you are in range 1 of me.
But I can hit you too.
No, I'm in range. Yeah, but I'm in range 2 of you.
Ah, hell. That was not how I intended things to go. I miscalculated. But, either way, Hera shoots first. So...
And who are you attacking?
Well, who else can I? Oh wait, I can attack both Biggs and Luke. You know... I think Biggs is a little too lively for me. Let's shoot at him. He's at range 2, right? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biggs is a little too lively for my liking. He's just gonna die. Holy shit! Is he gonna burn that focus?
Yeah. Since he really can't attack anyone.
Yeah, that was a weak rule on my
And
part,
so
though. Alright,
yeah,
so
he
you...
only loses a shield.
Wait, I thought he took in more damage than that. Oh, right, I only plinked 1 off of him. Okay, now Wedge fires.
Now?
This is gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. And he gets...
Huh?
4. Wedge gets 4.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Or not. Oh wait, you don't have a focus, so actually you only get 1 hit.
But not as effective as I wanted, but I'll take it. Next.
Sorry, I'm arguing with Dad. I gave 3 attack dice to Hera because of outmaneuvers, so Dad's asking me about that. Okay,
Oh, wait.
so...
Oh, yeah, you were supposed to have 2.
Yeah, but Hera has outmaneuver, and that's Hera who fired. So, because of outmaneuver, I performed a forward attack. The defender... Actually, wait, the defender's only supposed to have 1 fewer defense die. Oh, wait, so you shouldn't have been able to defend against that strike. Oh, we actually misplayed that.
Well, so
Oh, wait.
Let me have that one shield back because of that, or?
Oh, shoot. Outmaneuver's 1 less defense die. Crap, I misplayed that. Here's what we'll do. Just for the name of fairness, we'll re-roll. Okay. So you do get the shield back. My bad.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now Dash Rendar
Dash
fires.
his turn. And
Well.
he's attacking... Oh, wait, he can only attack bigs.
Yep. So what is his technical range? Because he's technically obstructed if I go range 1, but I think I can technically go range 2, which would mean I don't take a penalty on the Outrider.
Yeah, but because it's the Outrider, you don't gain the benefits of the plus of the 1 range away.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I am choosing to... Well, the problem is that... How do I run this? Because technically you are with... The way that it's framed is that... Well, looking at the chat, it says that it can be chosen to... Well... It says multiple closest points. So actually, I only get 3 attack on you, don't I?
Yeah.
Although...
Well, your move. Go for it.
I really miscalculated that. I'm lucky I only lost 1 shield. Luckily, Jake will survive to shoot at him as well, but that really stings. I use the focus.
Need to roll.
I use the focus. It's a hit.
Okay.
You take the hit. Your shield is gone anyway. Now, who's Luke gonna shoot at?
Hang on. Let me flip this. He's gonna attack Hera. Come on, baby. And I'm using my focus, so that's 3 hits.
Well, I get 3 Oh wait, you're at range 1. Did you roll 4? Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did. And because of the focus, I landed 3 hits.
Well, shit! Hera's dead!
Now, how do we remove her from play?
We'll just move her off. Oh, well, I can just delete her ship. Well, that is really bad for me. Holy crap. That is really freaking bad for me.
That's the biggest concern.
That was your biggest concern? I would have thought it'd be the Outrider.
Oh, the Outrider is a big threat, but not as big as Hera with that outmaneuver.
Huh. I don't know what I did, but it seemed to have gotten rid of it. Alright, it looks like I'm doomed for a defeat unless I can take Biggs and Wedge out real damn fast.
Anyways.
Alright, so Jake is gonna fire.
Range?
I believe it's a range of 2.
The A-Wing is 2 attack. The A-Wing is 2 attack.
I know. I believe, because Biggs can't attack, so let's see. Jake attacks first anyway, so his range
Biggs can't even attack anyone, so...
He is range 2, so no extra defense die for you. Crap, I threw it too far. 2 hits.
Come on, baby, and...
You take 1 damage.
At least it's not a crit. I'll at least take that.
There you go. This is really bad for me. Alright, back to mute. Yeah, that is really bad for me. It looks like, yeah, I misplayed the first opening moves, and now it's likely that I'm going to end up losing this because of that. So, if I know my brother, he is going to do everything in his power to get rid of the stress on Wedge. So, to that end, how do I deal with that? So, X-Wings only can move 1 or 2 forward. in order to mitigate stress. So what I think he's going to do is he's going to move either 1 forward or 2 forward. Although the problem I have right now is that I really, really do not want Wedge to fire at me again. I don't want any of them to fire at me again, honestly, but I don't have much of a choice. So I think what I do is I do a 3 arc. Well, what would work? Because Biggs is absolutely going to swing around to try and nail me in the butt. That is a guarantee. And unfortunately, there's not much that my puny little A-Wing can do to avoid Luke at this point, which is really bad. If Luke weren't in play, this would be an easy fight. But at this point, that's no longer, easy is no longer an option. So, he'll definitely just have Wedge move 1 or 2 forward in order to maybe angle it one direction or another to try and avoid me. So let me ask this. If I angle this way, yeah, that would take me off the map. That's actually really bad for me. Yeah, I guess that's what I'll end up having to do. I'll have to angle. I'd actually get a better angle using this. Actually, not necessarily. Because the problem is, it doesn't look like I can do much to... Yeah, because that won't take me out of the play area. I zoom in real quick. Yeah, that won't take me out of the play area. Because if he crosses out of the play area, he's straight up dead, and I basically just lose right here and there. Right then and there, and that would be lame. So, what I have to do is I need to angle in such a way that I can at least fire at someone. So actually, what might work instead is I try and bait... Is I can't stop Luke from firing at the A-Wing anymore, but what I can do is have the A-Wing get right behind Biggs and really tear into him. I can get 3 attack dice by just going right behind him and saying hello. So that's what I'm gonna do. The only problem is that in terms of maneuverability, that basically means I have to do a 3 arc in order to make that work. I don't like the idea of that because it doesn't get me far the hell enough away from what, I guess that's the other problem though, is actually wait, Biggs moves first. So actually this will work just fine because I will know where Biggs is because that is my target. No matter what I do, no matter what he does, there's absolutely no way that Luke on his own can take out the A-Wing in 1 shot. And more importantly, this A-Wing has taken no damage. So what I need to do is I need to do this 3 arc, and then I will adjust my strategy based on that. And as for Dash Rendar, what I'm gonna do... Now, Dash will move after Luke, so what I'm thinking is I might just reposition my turret to try and shoot at Biggs. Although, the thing is, how much health does Biggs have left? 3. So, I will have 3 hits versus 2 defense, but in all likelihood Biggs is going to focus, so I can't rely on that. So, as a result... I really don't like this. This is a really bad position. I think what I gotta do... Well... Let's do the narrow angle, so I have more maneuverability to run away. Because at this point, I just need to play run away. If I can keep them at a consistent range away, I have the advantage on my attacks. And I can have the A-Wing split off easily enough. Because my goal right now is to kill Biggs and then have the A-Wing bug out. And then call it good. And then I'll take whatever pot shots I can against either Wedge, who has taken a couple of hits, or Biggs. Ready when you are.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All set.
Where's Biggs going?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, you almost crashed.
Yeah, I was worried about that. Focusing up.
I did not expect you to get that close to me.
Anyways, Jake Farrell?
Well, at this point, there's no way that he can escape Luke, so he's just gonna move it up and get into your butt. Well, get into your face. So, the best way of dealing with you... He's gonna target lock.
Okay. And
He's gonna target... Actually, nah. Wait a minute.
you could.
I'm debating
You
whether
could
to
use
target
their
lock
range.
Biggs or Wedge.
Well, make up your mind.
Yeah, I know. And, he's gonna target lock Wedge, actually, let me think. What does the boost look like? Because I might want to do a red boost. Okay, that'll send me into an asteroid.
Which would be bad.
Yeah, very bad. I don't need more problems right now.
That could potentially bang you into me, maybe?
Yeah, but it's a red boost. So, I'm gonna target lock Wedge, and then do a red boost.
Okay, Luke moves.
Oh wow, that worked out great for me!
And
You didn't expect me to go that far, did you? I'm still in range 2, dang it.
yeah, okay.
Well, I
and
almost
I'm
got out of
going
your
up.
range.
Okay. This up.
You're wasting on a focus? You've got the force. I shouldn't have said anything.
Right now, I'm just trying to keep you in my sight. Making sure I have the best chance.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. So, Dash Rendar needs to get away from the edge of the playing field, so he's just gonna go over here. And he's going to turn, and the problem is, what do I do from here? Do I turn my turret or attempt to focus? I turn my turret to face Biggs. So how do I do that for this?
Good question. Let me.
Oh, found it.
So-
I have repositioned it.
Oh, so it's
Dra-
among the.
Yep, Dash Rendar is now firing at his sides. Unfortunately, he's probably within range 1. Because I did not expect you to get that close. Yep, range 1. Oh, I can fire at Wedge too. And unfortunately, the target lock against...
And that removes the stress.
Unfortunately, the A-Wing can't shoot at Wedge, but that's okay.
And I'm gonna use my action to repair that thing so that way I can be able to boost and such.
Alright.
Anyway.
But wait, don't you have to lock S-foils to do that?
No. Oh,
Well, to unlock it. Well,
I was repairing that one card that I could use the action to repair.
yeah, but to boost, don't you have to change your
I know,
S-foils?
but that was my action. I couldn't then boost. I'm not boosting.
Okay,
this
okay,
time.
I get the point. So,
Anyways, you attack first since you're.
yep, I guess Dash Rendar attacks first. He is going to gun for... Yep, Biggs is the priority target right now. Well, actually,
So I get.
Wedge is the Actually, wait,
many?
hang on. This is going to depend on the answer to one question. Biggs is the only one in front. Biggs is the only one that the A-Wing can shoot at. Okay. Let's take away some of your damage. I really wish I had that focus. Dang it! Don't even bother. Wow, I'm being sorely
yeah,
unlucky. Is this what Dad means when you're grossly unlucky? Well, when you're grossly lucky?
I don't know, but now Luke is about to fire.
Alright. I get 3 dodge. Oh, you have got to be...
Oh, wow!
You have got to be kidding me! If I don't at least get 1 dodge. Oh, that is glorious. That is glorious. Okay, now it is the A-Wing's time to shine. He is gonna fire away at Biggs. Biggs is way too alive for my liking, so he will get 1 measly shot. Well, it hits!
You lucky son of a gun.
That wasn't luck, that was planned. Well, I was hoping to take out Biggs. But you know what? Ooh, I have an idea. But you know what? I'll mute myself to talk about it. This might actually be a good time to leverage the power I have.
I should
Because my
probably do
thinking-
the same.
Because my thinking is that what I need to... Because I do have this power that Jake has. So if I position my ships correctly, I can have one of them move slightly forward. I can have Jake move... Let's see. I need to be within range 1 of the Outrider for this to work. So what I think I do is I use... but the problem is that my thinking is if I can focus back up... actually, you know what? I don't need to worry about focusing back up when I think about it. Because right now, my focus, for lack of a better word, is to get the A-Wing the hell out of Dodge. That is priority 1. So can I do that with what I have at my disposal? Oh, that'll send him straight... Ooh, that'll send him careening. I'll need to do it too, then. So, Jake Farrell needs to get the hell out of Dodge. I need to get as far away from him as possible. So that I am able to do, well, in order to ensure that things work normally. Problem is that Luke can only move 4 forward, right? So the most that he could move is about there. Maybe. Okay, yeah, we're basically... Yeah, I don't think either of us care about the rules at this point, so... So, in theory... Yeah, he will be able to shoot at anything still within here, so... If my A-Wing is still around, that's gonna end very badly for it. However... It makes sense for this. Because in all likelihood, he's either going... Well, would he willingly put a stress token on himself, though? Wonder. Hang on, what exactly is the maneuverability on this thing? Would a 2 right degree be enough to get me what I want? Okay, that would allow me to shoot at him again. The problem is that I'll be too close. The problem is that I'll be too close in order to use my homing missiles, because at this point, that's really what the goal should be. I either need to... the problem is that, well, I'll be obstructed, so Luke won't be able to shoot at me. But I'll also be too close to use... I don't like... Problem is, I could instantly be in range 1, and at that point, Wedge suddenly is able to do 4 damage to... is able to do 4 damage, and I only get 2 defense dice, and that would end badly for my A-Wing. Also, the A-Wing is under stress now that I think of it. So... Where would moving just 5 straight forward do me? Actually, the problem is that I could theoretically bump into... Oh, no, I won't actually. You know what? We're gonna play this the way we're supposed to play against these guys. Actually, wait. If I can ignore obstacles, then is the game smart enough to recognize that Shrendar ignores obstacles, or will it work the way I expect it to? Because if it does, then I can theoretically do a 3 turnaround, and I'll be able to fire back at whoever comes through. Because I think the problem what I have to do is I need to 5 boost, and then barrel roll, and then boost again to get my A-Wing far enough away to where... Oh, no, 4 might not be enough. I don't like this. I don't have any good option. I can't just... Well, the problem is I don't know where he's going to be. Well, where Biggs is going to be, because he has to... Biggs has basically zero maneuverability. He's basically very restricted on where he is allowed to go. He's got to go forward, or he's just done. So I can at least do... The problem is I can't do it too forward. What if I... Well, actually, all of my 2 moves will remove stress. Is he waiting on me? He's waiting on me. Okay, here's what we'll do. I don't like the idea of this. But what we're gonna do...
You forgot to flip that dial over.
So I noticed. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do... I don't like the idea of doing anything, really. Question is he willing to do a turnaround? If he does a turnaround, my... oh wait, that... I can't do that because Wedge will still be there. He'll just crash. So I can't actually do that. So I basically have to predict where Biggs is gonna be and just avoid that. Okay, you know what? Your goal, get the hell out of Dodge. So you are going to do... two angle, and then boost, then boost again, boost, and then boost again to just get the hell out of Dodge. And then you're just going to disengage. You're going to let him waste his actions on R5 and just deal with the consequences. Okay? That's what you're going to do. Okay, that be... Wait, that's a 5. Sorry about that. You put me in a very difficult position. You should be proud.
I was just mentioning it to my viewers.
Yeah, you should be very proud of the difficult position you have put me in. I am really pressed as to what to do. I did not expect Hera to go down as quickly as she did. Not at all. I expected to be able to outmaneuver you, but you positioned Luke exactly where he needed. Oh, you bumped! Oh, no! You lost your action on Biggs. Oh, no! Oh, my god. Oh, my gosh.
Get out of that. I can still get out of that. Of course, it could end up being that my brother bumps into a Wedge.
Oh, no. My plan is just to get the hell out of Dodge. So... the stress token goes away. And then I'm gonna barrel roll. Let's see, let's make sure that it goes to the right side.
Yeah, I'd like to make... Ooh, I could tell you where.
Ooh.
And you're probably gonna clip this debris field.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have done a different barrel roll, but you know what? Actually, no, I won't if I do this. So I'll do a straight barrel roll, and then I'm going to do a red. Then I'm going to do a red boost to get further the hell away.
Okay.
I should have just gone straight forward. Crap. Luke's probably still in... Yep, Luke's still going to fire, though it's probably range 3 now. Yes! Okay. What's he going to do, though? You've currently got my A-Wing in your sights. You don't know where the Outrider's necessarily going.
I'm gonna focus up.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised you didn't target lock the A-Wing.
I was thinking about it, but if I can at least get 2 more hits on ya.
Yeah, well, the thing is that target locking the A-Wing probably would have made the most sense there, because if you only have to do 2 damage in order to apply an ion effect to the A-Wing. You need to hit with both of your ion missiles and do at least 5 damage in order to apply ion to Dash Rendar. So, either way. For now, though.
Yeah, anyways. Dashy?
is getting the hell out of Dodge.
Can he get out from that position?
And he is repositioning his turret.
Can he attack in that position?
Biggs is in range.
Oh, yeah, he can.
Wedge won't be in range, but Biggs is.
Okay.
So I will get at least one shot.
Okay, that stresses him, unfortunately.
You did a turnaround.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for me, he's stressed, so he is effectively out of the fight. So, the only people
Yeah,
who can
but-
shoot are Luke and Dash Rendar. So, I believe Dash shoots first. So, you
Yeah.
get 3 defense die, but I have 4 attack dice. So, we'll see what the fates decide. Holy crap.
Eyeball.
You better hope there's something good in there, or else you're taking a lot of beating. I think you're just straight up dead.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, Biggs is out of the race. Okay, I've evened
how
things
do
up.
we-
I've evened the odds a little bit. Good.
So, how do I remove Biggs?
I'll remove him.
Oh, well.
I don't know what that mark. Oh, I see. So I ooh, that's cool. So I can mark the ship without actually deleting it. Okay, so that will be marked as his grave. Actually, you know what? How do I could just straight up delete him.
I don't.
I'm just
What?
going to do that. The problem is that depending on where you have Wedge or Luke go, there could be the potential for a collision. So I'm just going to straight up delete him. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Time for Luke to attack Jake. Here's
All
what
right,
I
so 4 defense die for me, 3 attack for you.
And I'm gonna use an.
Use the focus, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, right, did I actually give... Hang on a second. I need to make sure that you have a stress token. Because I did do a red boost.
Yes, I did.
No, I'm
Yes,
talking
I did.
about Jake. It won't affect this roll, but I wanted to make sure for future reference. Ah!
And I destroyed him.
Nope, he has 2 shields still standing.
No, his shields are. Oh, right.
Nope, you plinked off Harris shields early on. Jake still has a couple
Alright.
hits on him. Unfortunately, I'm in a very compromised position
was
for
looking
pretty
at
much
the wrong-
everything.
I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh well.
I really should not have done that kind of boost. I do not have a good way of getting out of this situation. But at least Dash Rendar's move is simple.
I think before the next time we do another one of these X-Wing miniature games, we need to turn off Discord notifications from popping up.
Oh, they're bothering you? There's the
Well,
streamer
it's
mode, you
not
know, when you
really
open
about-
OBS.
Hmm?
Isn't there a streamer mode
Yeah,
when you
well-
open OBS?
Well, we can talk about it after the stream.
Well, luckily, my moves are pretty straightforward. I just need to get the hell away from it. Yep, my moves are pretty straightforward. I leave it to you.
Yeah, this should be cool.
Yeah, now that we're...
And I already know what I'm doing.
Alright, so Jake moves first,
So-
now that Biggs is down. I am getting the... Alright, so the stress token is removed.
Getting the heck out of Dodge Junction.
Just maybe. And then he is going to do another boost. And Jake Farrell is... Actually, do I want to do another red boost? Yeah, let's be doubly sure. Yeah, you're just not going to hit Jake Farrell today, unless you want to lock S-foils to boost position. You're
And
still in
let's
range of him, aren't
see.
you?
Let me check.
I get the feeling you're still in range. Because, yeah... Fuck. Wait, he's obstructed, though. How does that affect the dice?
No.
It says on
You
the
get
chat,
one.
it says dash... It says on the chat that Jake Farrell is obstructed, so what does that mean?
that you get 1 extra defense die.
Oh, so I've got 5 defense die.
Of course, who says that I'm gonna be going for him?
If you don't go for him, you're a moron. Well, I'm not gonna say that yet. Oh yeah, I need to apply a stress token to Jake Farrell as L again.
Of course, I could get lucky and take him out.
You could,
Anyways.
and you have been lucky in the past. But either way. Alternatively, okay, and then he's going to reposition his turret.
Yeah, I could.
But it is at range 3, though.
Yeah.
So, where's Wedge going?
Doing that to remove stress. And since I'm all the way in dodge, I'm gonna use my R5 to remove one of the damage cards.
How many times can you use R5?
Well, I can use it infinitely to turn as many face-up cards to face-down as I want, but I can only repair 2 face-down cards twice.
Okay.
Astrobek.
Alright, cool. So, you've got one more use of that then.
Yeah, and so you shoot first.
Uh-huh. Well, I
And
guess I've got nothing else to shoot at besides you, so you get 3 dice, I get 4.
Oh wait, I get 4 because of the stealth device.
Yes, you do. Wait. Oh yeah, that's true. So, 2 potential hits. Does your focus save you? Doesn't need it. What the hell is that dice roll? I don't believe that's real.
That is the fort. I was gonna
That
say the
is
same
cheating.
about that one dodge you got. Anyways, now it's my turn. 3 to 3. Let's see how it goes.
Knowing you, you'll hit every single one.
I'm gonna use.
Of course you are.
Focus. And
1 hit.
so I peel off another, blink off another shield.
I can live with that.
Just 8 more hits and that thing is down.
You gotta get the hits, though. So, let's see what I can do to deal with that. I'm thinking... Ooh, yeah, that'll work nicely. Unless... Remind me, ranges? That one's a little too risky. Luke isn't in. I should shut up if I'm gonna not mute myself. Decisions, eh?
Got my move figured out.
Actually, am I okay with that? Actually... This is not an ideal circumstance. You know what? We're just gonna keep committing to the bit. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? I'll get rid of that.
Yep. While you do that, I'm gonna regroup the die.
This is not going to be fun for me no matter where you move. But I think I know how you're going to play this. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, I'm ready. And it looks like you're ready.
Okay.
Look, hang on. I want to mull over this decision real quick. No, you know what? I'm just going to commit. Screw it. Jake Farrell moves. And then he is going to use his action to boost in this direction. And that'll remove stress because of the first, because that was that's one of those. All right, now Luke moves. So let's see if I'm correct. I was right. You only moved one.
And I'm gonna put a focus.
No valid targets.
Wait, I am out of your range.
You are out of my range.
Barely.
Barely. I'll get rid of that. Now, let's see if I thought this through properly. Whoops. Let's see. I believe I can still shoot at you from this angle. Yes, I can. You are in range 2. And at a straight up fight, X-Wings at Dash Rendar will win. So the problem is that you've got the freaking stealth field. So.
Anyways, have you
I
done
will
the action you wanted to?
Let's see. I will give myself focus token. Where's Wedge going? I'm assuming 4.
And he's gonna do.
Wait, that's not gonna put him in range, is it? Unless you barrel roll.
See if.
Oh, that. Yeah, that puts you out of my
let's
range.
See if I actually. And I can. You're just 3 away, so you at least get 1. Actually, you get at least 1 dodge.
Actually, you're obstruct. Let's see. Yeah, I get 1. Oh my god, you're just barely in range. Crap, I should have repositioned. Not that it matters now. Well, Wedge shoots first.
With 3 attack die. Let's see how this goes.
What the hell are these die? What the hell are these die?
Oh my gosh!
All right, now you're starting to hurt me. I got it.
And I thought it was just the 1.
Nope. You plinked off a shield. You got 3 hits, right?
Oh, I did. So you're down to 5 hull.
6 actually. I had a hull upgrade. Now.
Yeah, you're normally at 6.
Now Dash Rendar fires, and he's gonna shoot at Luke Skywalker because he doesn't have much of a choice.
4, so you have 5.
No, I'm at 6 health. I have a hull upgrade. Oh wait, no, right. You're right. I'm bad. I do not know the math.
Only 2 hits, and
I use.
1, 2,
do I use my focus?
3.
I use my focus token. So that's 3 hits. You're losing that cloaking device. What the fuck?
I'm using a force point to.
What is your goddamn luck? I am not convinced that you aren't cheating. These dice are rigged.
Nah, it's just how they roll. Now it's Luke's turn, and he gets
Yep, it's a standard shoot. No focus tokens on either side because you had to burn one in order.
Actually, I did. No,
You
I
had to
used
burn
my
one in
force
order to
point.
protect yourself.
No,
One of
I
yours
used
was
the
a
force
focus.
point.
Oh, you used the
I used
force.
the force point.
I hate you.
And I'm using my focus to turn those into hits.
And I burned my focus, so that's 2 hits.
2 more. You're down to 3 health.
Yeah, this is going to be
on that
difficult for me
thing.
to win, isn't it?
Yeah, because now Wedge is on your ass.
Well, at least I can turn my gun around. Or at least... Actually, if I can survive the next volley... That's a big if, though. It is a big if. Well, what choice do I have? Let's at least keep you at that rate. I should shut up. Let's see, what's more important? Actually, I know how you... Wait, is that gonna work? Let's go. Ready.
Okay.
Alright.
Jake moves. And his actions are?
Let me think. Let me check his range. Yeah, you're gonna leave that range. We're going to... You know what? This is gonna cause a collision, but you know what? We're gonna boost. Oh, it didn't cause a collision. I'm honestly not sure how this is gonna play out now. That is not how I expected this to go.
Your A-Wing is probably gonna... Your A-Wing is probably...
Yeah, it's gonna collide with...
suffer damage.
Look, brother, I don't expect to win this anymore. I just want to see if I can take out Wedge. So, Luke moves.
And he does a focus.
As always.
And I had a feeling you'd go there.
I was tempted to go 1 forward and just force a range 0 confrontation, but the problem is that would then mean Wedge could shoot at me. But I want to keep Wedge as far away as possible. That's my goal right now.
And
whoops.
Focus and
range 3. So I at least keep 2 defense.
Yeah.
So I at least keep 2 defense dice against you.
Oh. No, actually the 1.
No,
well,
Luke is range 1. Wedge is range 3.
Oh.
Luke fires first. Well, Wedge fires first, so I've got 2 defense dice against him.
Well, 1 defense die.
Nope,
Remember,
only...
he has that.
Yeah, but you're at range 2. I get 1, and then Wedge's ability takes 1 away.
And I have outmaneuver on him, which also...
No, you don't. The gun's facing you.
Oh, right.
I thought this through, don't worry. Now, just kill him already.
I'm using the focus to make that a hit.
Well, there's not much I can do about that, is there?
Yeah, but... Yeah.
Alright. Oh, crap. That...
1 more hit.
Okay, so I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 1 hit left, and I'm rolling 1 fewer defense die on this. Okay, I'm not winning. My question is, can I at least kill one of you bastards? So.
Now who are you shooting at?
Well, since that I'm focused, I can fire at whoever the hell I want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm first gonna fire, let's see. Who counts as what in my range? Luke Skywalker is at range 1, and Wedge Antilles is range 3. Okay, so we're gonna fire the first, so I can't use my focus token until, well, let's see. I guess it doesn't matter too much, so I guess...
Wait a minute, don't you only roll 3 die, or are you using...
Only if I shoot at Luke. If I shoot at Wedge, I get 4. So I'm just debating who to fire at first.
But if you fire at Wedge, he gets 3.
Yeah, he gets 3 defense dice no matter what. It's just, I also get 4 defense dice. So it's just a matter of deciding, you know what, the focus token will be less useful if I attack Luke first. So Luke's getting shot at first. Oh, hey! Wait, why are you only using 2? I thought you had 3. Not that it matters.
Oh, yeah. What?
Not that it matters.
Yeah, not that it matters, because congratulations, you took away my...
No, I didn't. I didn't use the focus token because I need it in order to fire at Wedge.
Oh, okay.
Actually, wait, how close is Jake Farrell to Wedge? Because honestly, at this point, there's absolutely no way that Luke doesn't kill Dash Rendar. There's no way a 2 health A-Wing can take out a full health Luke. So, I'm going to concede after this round, but what I'm curious about is simply whether or not I can at least...
Are you attacking next, or...?
Yeah, I am attacking next. I need to attack Wedge, so I'm taking 4 attack dice for it. You get 3 defense. Can I at least do one thing to you? Oh, crap. I threw them all off the edge. Come back! Please tell me those hit. I really want you to die. Okay, 2 of those hit, and one of them's a crit.
Dang.
I might actually kill you.
Let's see.
When you defend, roll 1 fewer defense
damage.
dice.
While you defend, roll 1 fewer. Ah, shoot.
Well, if it's any consolation,
Dash
I have the same thing on Dash Rendar, so you're about to just murder him. I hope you're happy. Okay, I have to... Yep, there's no escaping.
2 hits.
There's no escaping that. Dash Rendar is dead. Now, here's my question. Can I at least kill Wedge? I'm gonna... At this point, the game is basically over, but I'm gonna shoot Wedge at range 1, and I want to see if I can actually kill him, because he's at, what, 2 health right now?
If you can, you could still come back from it.
No, not against Luke. I'd have to grossly outmaneuver you, and that would take all night.
Well, you never know. You could still land it lucky. There were times that I thought for sure I...
Either way, Wedge only has 1 defense die.
Turned it around.
Watch, I'm not going to kill him. I don't have a focus, so if you...
1,
Yep,
2...
I don't have a focus, so I only got 1 hit. He's alive. Oh, you have 1 fewer defense dice thanks to your crit. So it's just a matter of whether you rub it in or not. I concede. Oh wait, that hits. But honestly, at this point...
I still have 1 more hit.
Yes, you still live. I needed to hit you twice in order to kill you. So honestly, at this point, Dash Rendar is dead. I concede. The game is yours.
Yeah.
There's no winning from this stage.
Turn around. Yeah, because I would have done a turn around.
Honestly,
and would have just nailed you.
Well, the thing is, Jake was already about to careen straight into an asteroid, so there was no saving this. So, yeah, your initial position for Luke was exactly where it needed to be. I failed to properly account for where you would be, and that was to my detriment, so well played. We're 1 for 1 now.
Save this squad for... Yeah, I've got to save this squad for later.
Yeah, it's a bulky squad. Yeah, honestly, because honestly, there was a lot of ways that we could have gone about this. I could have won this if I had been more careful about my A-Wing's position. The problem is that I've got... The only times I've played were with either a defender or someone using the Force, which means I'm used to having bulky ships. I think my problem is that I leaned too much into a focus gimmick that I was never able to pull off. And because of that, I ended up faltering here. So what I think I should have done... I think what I should do next time is maybe keep Dash Rendar around, but instead of having him be reinforced by A-Wings, maybe bring out an X-Wing. I'll maybe do an X-Wing or something to that effect. Even if I don't trick it out very much, I'd probably at least offer another Bulwark. Or maybe what I do is I don't even worry about upgrading and I just do an A-Wing Swarm or something to that effect. Basically, throw so many gnats at you that you have to just shoot them all.
Yeah, I have been... Dad and I did check. You could field some, like, 7 A-Wings. They'd all... Wings if you wanted to.
Yeah, they'd all be crap.
If you did that.
But and I don't know why the hell you would do that to yourself.
But yeah.
But yeah, that was a good game. I'll be honest, I was hoping I would win, but you know what? I've been a sore winner in the past, so I will eat crow on this one. Well played. Round 1 is yours. All right, game 1. Well, the official game 1 is yours.
Who knows? Maybe next time we could. Who knows? Maybe between now and next game, we should experiment to see if we can actually get an M1 into a Rebel build, if possible.
We'll see. Although, here's what I want to try on you, though, because I won't say too much about it, but I developed a really gimmicky TIE Fighter build that I think would be absolutely hilarious. Well, an Imperial build, I should say, not necessarily using TIE Fighters, but I developed a really gimmicky build that I don't think would necessarily be effective if you chose specific ships, but I kind of want to try it just for fun. Because honestly, odds are, given that you're more experienced about where things will go and how things will move, odds are that you should win most of these, but either way.
Yeah, I was actually wondering if you'd remembered the A-Wing's boosting ability, but it turned out you did.
Yeah, I remembered it well, and it was easy for them to get rid of stress too, so they can use it all the time. My problem is I just didn't start them out in a good position. What I should have done is put them opposite of Luke, been willing to just barrel right past Wedge and come at him from behind. That's what I should have done.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't much I could do for Jake Farrell. He was just screwed.
Yeah, but I knew that because Luke had that extra dodge ability, he was pretty good. Beats? Yeah, and I'll be honest, I did not think it would be as effective as it was.
You also got lucky on a few of your rolls.
Yeah.
If I had been a little luckier on a few of them, things might have been better, but you know what? At best, I might have been able to take out Wedge a little faster, but given how hard it was to kill Luke, that initial mistake at the end really just did mess me up.
Yeah,
if we did repeat this, I'd have to change my position around to really take advantage of this.
Yeah, but now I think about it, I probably could have used Brilliant Evasion in that last one when Dash Rendar fired one last time.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't use that. You just used your force points normally.
Yeah, I forgot
didn't really get to use Luke's power because of that. Honestly, given that you do have... Well, if you have a cloaking device, I wonder if it would almost be better, instead of using Brilliant Evasion, since you've only got 3 defense dice while the cloaking device is up, it might be better to get a different power. Maybe something that'll allow you a better chance to hit. Actually, I'm going to look through the force powers real quick.
Maybe some, like, instinctive aim with proton torpedoes, because instinctive aim allows you to hit targets without a lock. You still
the problem is that you've maxed out your points, so you'd only have... Let's see, instinctive aim. While you perform a special attack, which means you'd have to use your missiles, you may spend 1 force point to ignore the focus or target lock requirements. So yeah, that would have allowed you to eye on the A-Wing, potentially, and screw me up even more. Then what's predictive shot? That one's a little more situational. You'd want that on someone like Vader. Oh wait, what if I... Ooh, I have an idea for my gimmick now. I might have to try that. Swap out that ship for someone who can use the Force. Then, let's see, the other one that you can use is Patience. At the start of the engagement phase, if there's an enemy ship in your line of fire, you may gain 1 deplete token to recover 1 force point. Okay. Not the well, actually, how do the deplete tokens work?
Well, I don't know. But while you're figuring that out, if you're wondering what I meant by putting N1 into a Rebel build, ever since Rogue Squadron, I've been a fan of the N1. And always thought that if it were in an X-Wing in this one, it would be really powerful. And while it isn't quite as strong as I thought, it at least has the gains a dodge token whenever it does 3 or more move.
Well,
and I've actually made some custom pilot cards for it, using existing ones in the game.
I'm not sure we'd ever use them in this tabletop simulator stuff. We'd probably keep that to offline, but still. You're welcome to share them on your own account, though. Also, if you want to
Yeah,
see his
basically-
perspective, I have linked that in the description. I put a link to his channel in the description if you want to see his perspective. So you are welcome to
Yeah,
check that out as well.
I should probably
In case you want to hear his silly commentary, while I'm just sitting here sweating bullets.
I should
This
probably
was a
do
fun
the
game,
same
though.
on my end after we're done here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, I made 5 Rebel and 1 pilots. The Rebel equivalent of the standard low tier pilot, and then 2 that canon characters that did indeed fly it, and then the other 2 who they could fly it in the Rogue Squadron games after completing a mission once in levels that it's allowed.
Ah, so Luke and Wedge then.
The 2 canon ones that, yeah, Luke and Wedge are those 2.
At least I
Who-
remember that much about the game. Either way, I think we can wrap it up
Yeah.
here. I do have
anyways,
to work in the morning,
Their
so
the pilot abilities remain the same. The pilot abilities remain the same. Aim, as well as the ship abilities. The 2 canon ones that are Charbet and Leia, since they actually flew it during in the defense of Naboo during the whole Operation Cinder thing.
wouldn't that make them
And
New
with the
Republic
Pronouns?
though, instead of Rebel?
I think they were changing from Rebel to New Republic around that time. I think I'd have to look at the data again. But if they did add a New Republic faction, and as well as variants of some ships, that would possibly mean a possibility for the T-85 X-Wing, which I imagine would be slightly better than the T-70, in the same way the T-70 is a little better than the T-65.
Either way, so I suppose we can call it there then. So, thank you all for watching, and I guess if you're watching from my perspective, I suppose I could give a quick update on what I'm up to, but I won't pester your stream with that. So, I guess we can go ahead and sign out here. So, thank you for the game, brother. Hopefully we can, so if you want to see more of this, we will be doing more over on my second channel and Alaric's main channel. That my second one is Dr. J Unscripted. I'll make sure to link that in the description as well, make sure that that's up to date. So, currently we're also playing through Orcs Must Die 2, so I'm thinking what we'll do is, until Orcs Must Die 2 is finished, we'll alternate weeks. So, Orcs Must Die 2 next week on Sunday, same time as this one, and then 2 weeks from now we'll do another game, and hopefully I'll come up with a better strategy that, honestly, I should just lean into what I'm good with, which is just bulky, well, either swarming or multiple ships. Well, either swarming or bulky ships. But either way. For now, though,
Have you ever considered the Decimator in any of your Imperial builds?
I haven't done a whole lot of Imperial builds yet. I mean, I literally only have 2 squads right now, not including the one I imported for you. So, don't worry, I will get more experience. It will be a learning time. It'll be a fun time for all. So, I didn't play the A-Wings like I was supposed to, and it bit me in the butt.
Who knows? I might do some Resistance and Republic builds as well.
That'd be interesting. Maybe I'll go checking out those as well to see what they've got.
Yeah.
Ah, well, but I guess we'll decide what we can do later. For now, though, I'll have to Alaric stream. Thank you all for watching. We will see you all next week.
This is Alex Skowker, Jedi Knight of the Wind, signing off.
Alright, so now that he's left, I can go ahead and give a brief channel update. So, main thing to note, the next video is going to be the next part of the Halo review series. I wasn't planning on bringing it back so soon. I was planning on having the next video out for that in May. However, the closest game I have to doing it through the Looking Glass review for is Valkyria Chronicles, and the script for that, at the time of this stream, is still requiring some work, honestly. It needs, well, it's mostly finished. The gameplay needs a couple touch-ups, the spoiler section is done, and the main story / presentation section is still, that's the one that still requires a lot of work. And because of that, as well as the sheer size of that video, well, there's no way I'm getting that one done before April is out. And honestly, at the moment the Valkyria Chronicles script is something like, what? 10,000 words, which, for context, that's going to turn out to be around 45 minutes, as that's what it was for the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity review. So, because of that, and the fact that I am not even finished with the script, I'm fully expecting this to be 45 minutes to an hour, so if I want to keep my monthly schedule, that's got to be thrown to May. Which is unfortunate, but because I didn't want to just flood Halo for a while, but since that there were a couple of videos before I started the Halo stuff back up, I suppose it works out in the end. So, either way... Oh, Alaric's saying I forgot to flip the table. It has been flipped. But, either way, so... I don't think there's anything else worth mentioning. So, the only other thing is that I'm going to be keeping with the... Well, hopefully keeping up with the bi-monthly schedule for the Halo review series after this point, because I'll have a little bit of script touch-ups to do with the Halo 3 plus ODST gameplay video, and then I've got something planned for... What day is that going to be? So July will be the month. I've got something planned then that should give me more time to finish up The Witcher 2 for either September or November, depending on if anything shows up then that I can look at. But we shall see. For now, though, the world spins on, and I've been doing my best to try and keep up, although life did get really busy over the last week because of the Easter seasons, and it might... I don't expect it to stay busy, but we shall see how things turn out. So, the Halo 2 video should be ready either a week from now or 2 weeks from now. I'm aiming for a week from now, but I've still got some audio touch-ups to do, so I might not be able to get that done in time. For now, though. If not, it'll fall to 2 weeks from now, and then probably 5 to 6 weeks after that, the Valkyria Chronicles video, then a few weeks after that, Halo 3 plus ODST, then whatever the hell I'm up to in July. So hopefully that'll be interesting. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.